Hey dude, how are you?
Very good, thank you.
I should say dude for an English person, I think.
You can if you like, it's fine.
Is it fine? Okay.
Yeah,
Should I say mate instead?
No, well, I think dude's better. I like dude. Dude's cool.
What's it like for you being over here in Portugal?
It's very nice. Look at it. Well, it's a very beautiful place. Hot. Mm-hmm. Probably like I have terribly pale skin, so I kind of hide under trees while I'm here. But I love Portugal. I come out at night though in Portugal.
Really?
Yeah.
Pale skin is fine, dude.
It's not dude. It's not dude.
I'm with the dude today. Speaking of late night, I was at Primavera this year and you played like 3 a.m. Is that something you enjoy most of the time? So late, I mean.
We always end up having a really great time and enjoy it a lot at 3 a.m. But the building up to that time of night is not very enjoyable. Like you go and watch bands, but you can't really relax. So it's we end up loving it, but we would always, I think, prefer to play a bit earlier.
Have you ever really gone on stage really completely wasted or something?
Well, I did once, and that was not my fault. I mean, we all did. We played this concert and. Basically, like the time we were due on stage, we were told we were going on stage in an hour, and then an hour later it was like still an hour, and then an hour later it was still an hour, and by that time we were just quite drunk, and we could have cancelled the gig because it wasn't our fault, but we thought it'd be a good idea to do it anyway because the people were there to watch us, and then as soon as we were on stage it was just a bit, it was embarrassing really.
But the fact that it only happened once is quite enough, is telling enough, right?
Once that I can remember, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, once that you can remember. Sure. Love Letter seems like a very heartwarming album, it is.
People always end up responding to the same album very differently. Like, so, I mean, all I ever want to do is make an album which is a kind of a genuine record and a record that has songs that I like on it. But then when it comes to whether it's like melancholy or heartwarming or whatever, that's always kind of up to the people that listen to it. But I would much rather that people found it to be a kind of heartwarming thing than something very cold. I always try to make music which will sit well with people. So yeah, the songs are kind of what you would say like musings on things. So they're not really directed at anybody. But again, like people can take them for however they want to take them, And I think that's the great thing about releasing music is that you do it and then people can decide what it's about.
Sure, absolutely. I'm just asking questions, really. But absolutely. But I know what you mean, though. I mean, absolutely. Should've known from the call that you let out. You're not alone when you're still in love. But songs like The Upsetter seem to be quite specific. Is it about, for instance, people who are annoying in general, or just people who, at a certain point in the relationship, become quite, just trying to poke you and push your buttons?
I mean, like with that song, like I'm trying to think about the lyrics. I think that song is supposed to be coming from more of a neutral position. It's like trying to get in touch with someone to reassure them and to talk to them, but not being able to, and that just being a kind of difficult situation. And it's not necessarily like saying like you're giving me a hard time tonight. It's like the kind of situation is giving you a hard time. Like it's a mutual feeling. It's not an aggressive thing.
Okay.
It's not supposed to be.
Okay. So it's not like stop complaining, stop nagging, let me watch my TV show or something online or something. Leave me alone.
No, it's not. It's because I think that's the thing. It's like, I think if you're in a relationship and you're like I'm talking about this song, like if you're in a relationship and you're traveling around and you're away from each other, it's never easier. Well, it should never be easier for one person than it is the other. So it's a mutual pain.
Sure. It's painful for everyone.
Yeah, it's painful for all of us.
When people speak about Metronomy, they talk about the synths, they talk about the Motown references, but I'm more interested in your melodic sophistication. Who are your moguls for like melody? Who are your guys?
I don't know. I mean, I think there's a type of songwriting that you have with these kind of more traditional acts like the Beatles or the Beach Boys or I don't know, even like the Cardigans, a strange example, but the Cardigans, like sure. These kind of like pop, very kind of like the idea of the song is like you have a nice melody, you have some nice chords, like, so I like very kind of simple pop music in that sense. There's stuff like Aphex Twin records where they have these very simple melodies, and I don't know, like, so I get it from a few different places, you know, and I think that's probably where the like the dance influence comes from, is that like these, in dance music you get a lot of very simple, very like repetitive melodies, and that's kind of
everything's
I'm quite drawn to that. Yeah.
Some stuff like Monstrous or some stuff towards the end of the album are really, really well made in terms of melody. This is just my input. So there you go. It's my congratulations.
Yeah.
Because it's something to sink your teeth into, I guess.
Yeah.
So you think like when you look back in a few years, you look back at your all your albums, and it would be like a book of Metronomicon.
Metronomicon.
This is a terrible joke. I'm sorry.
Hopefully by the time I'm looking back at the book of Metronomicon, it will be very kind of, there'll be a few more albums, so there'll be more of a kind of an arc in this, I don't know, yeah. I'm looking forward to that point.
You're based in Brighton, right? At the moment, like you're living in Brighton.
Half.
Okay.
Yeah.
But have you heard of an author called a writer called Robert Rankin?
Robert Rankin. Yes, yeah. I have. I don't think I've ever read any of his books.
Do it. It's incredible. And he has a book called Brightonomicon.
Ah, okay.
It's just one full circle.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you, man. Thanks for your time.
No worries, dude.
Thanks, man. Thanks,
no
man.
problem.